Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we have a story trailer which was uploaded for season 6 of Tower of Memory. It is short, we're gonna go through it and then maybe break it down a bit. So let's go ahead and get into it.
I now declare the court mage selection has begun. The Academy is ready on all fronts for this exam. Future mages, this is your moment to prove yourselves.
What is this?
I didn't know they brought out doves for the court selection.
Okay, so right here, it is brief, but we actually have two heroes from AFK Arena being introduced, which leads me to believe they may be playable characters in the upcoming season. So the first character is coming in on the upper right, that Cassidy is looking at here. And this is like Solise. So you can clearly see her over here. Her name is Solise. She's in AFK Arena. We're going to take a look at her skill set as well after we're done with this trailer. But that is the first hero which is being basically revealed here. And over here is Pippa, who is a squirrel. Also a character in AFK Arena. Okay, let's take a look at what we can see here. So we have in big portrait that is going to be Magister Merlin. Then we have Siren on the right. Some other characters, there's some dog-like looking character over there. I don't know who that is. Yeah. Okay, these two seem like they're main characters. I don't know if these are going to be playable, but they definitely are more unique, and they have a greater relevance, it seems like, in this story trailer.
Magister Merlin, I won't let you down.
Okay, now we have, I think this is the end of the trailer, the ominous vibe, I guess the plot of this whole story. There's a character with green eyes, maybe indicating a Graveborn Hero. It is a woman character here. But there's not much more we can really tell about all of this. Okay, so Tower of Memory, we have the ending page. And we do have main characters here. We have the Pippa. Solise is not on this ending card. I don't see here. There's Siren here, who is going to be like a major character, I guess, in the story. And then we have these two characters, the blue-haired in the wheelchair, and then the red-haired, who did look like more main characters. Maybe they're both going to be playable because they are usually on this ending card are characters which are playable. Cassidy seems to be one of the protagonists in the story. And then there's a cat. I don't know if the cat has any significance. However, when we really look back at it here, in terms of the portraits, is this a cat or is it a dog? I can't actually tell what it is. Probably actually more like a cat than a dog. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. Anyway, guys, that is interesting, of course, like a preview of what to expect. It is basically a magic school based season. But there is going to be a conspiracy or some sort of plot, obviously. And then this evil character we saw, or I don't know if it's an evil character, but ominous vibe character here with the green eyes, probably a Graveborn. So now we're going to look at the skills of Solise and Pippa from AFK Arena. Okay, so we have Solise here, Wilder Mage, intelligence-based mage hero, Wilder faction. ultimate skill stuns enemies and summons cherry blossoms throughout the battlefield that grant her other skills a temporary power increase. Now, of course, it's probably not going to be word for word same skills in AFK Journey. This just gives an overall idea of what the character does and what they could potentially be in AFK Journey. So her ultimate deals damage to all enemies, leaving them stunned. Crowd control using this skill causes cherry blossom leaves to fall upon the battlefield for 20 seconds. While cherry blossom leaves are falling, all of Solise's other skills will gain a power increase. Another skill, she throws a vial at a single enemy target, dealing damage, causing them to become temporarily stunned. So more crowd control. When blossom fall is occurring, enemies in close proximity to the original target will also suffer from the skill's effects, including the stun. Nice. Solise summons a floral spectre that possesses 50% of Solise's health, which remains on the battlefield for 15 seconds. So we're summoning. Should have a summoner. Wow, okay, Floral Spectre. When Blossom Fall is occurring, the Floral Spectre will deal 90% worth of Solise's attack rating as damage to nearby enemies. And then Solise blesses the ally with the lowest health percentage for 8 seconds, while blessing his active amount of damage dealt to the ally is reduced by 20%. The ally recovers 70% worth of Solise's attack rating as health per second, so just some protection for the hero who is the weakest. Okay, so pretty, supportive type kit with some crowd control. Potentially there is use in AFK stages. I don't know, maybe some PvP use. And then you enhance these skills. So then the 2 most injured are going to get the buff effects, the damage reduction, healing. And there you have that. Okay, and as for the upgrades, engraving, Floral Spectre will attack 4 enemies simultaneously. So her summon may be able to attack basically almost all of the entire enemy team and deal up to 90% of Solise's attack onto them. But it doesn't look like crowd control here, which is kind of like just raw damage usually isn't enough. And then her furniture set bonus. When the Floral Spectre is defeated or duration expires, it transforms itself into a spirit that becomes impervious to all attacks for 8 seconds. When Blossom Fall is occurring, the spirit is able to attack enemies. However, its damage output is reduced by 15%. So basically, longer lifetime of the summon, just to deal more damage. And while Solise is alive, if an allied hero that is positioned on the front line is defeated, a Floral Spectre will appear. Okay, so she can summon when an ally is defeated. That's also interesting. But overall, like, if her kit is going to be similar to this in AFK Journey, I don't know how meta she'll actually be. Just some stuns, some damage, 1 summon. Interesting hero, but honestly, I'm not that hyped about her. Let's move on to Pippa, because Pippa, I don't, just something is telling me that she was meta in AFK Arena, because I did play AFK Arena for some time, not very long, and I just remember some tier list having her high or something, so maybe this is maybe more of a meta hero. She's also wilder, probably going to be a mage. Or one of these could be a support as well. Her main role is continuous damage with elements of control. Okay. So, when we look at the skills here, Pippa randomly imitates the base effects of either Nemora, Arden, or Tossi's ultimate skill. What? So, well, obviously Nemora doesn't exist in AFK Journey, but Arden and Tossi do exist. So, what if any of the aforementioned heroes are in the same formation as Pippa, she shall prioritize imitating that hero's ultimate skill above the others. This is really interesting. So it's kind of a random. You don't know which ultimate she's going to be casting. But Ard and Tossi, they're both crowd control. Nemora in AFK Arena was a healer. So maybe Haywin. It could be Haywin in AFK Journey if they do want to go that route. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. Pippa continues fires 1 magic orb that's really rapid, with each orb dealing damage to its target. After firing 4 magic orbs, every subsequent orb fired increases Pippa's chance of spell failure by 8%. If Pippa fails to fire an orb, she's temporary. This is such a weird, like, I'm finding it interesting, but like, it's like a machine gun Pippa with their magic orbs and based on RNG. So this is an RNG kit, randomly casting 1 of 3 heroes' ultimates, randomly deciding how many bullets you have before you get stunned and stop casting. And then Pippa has a 25% chance to fire a yellow magic orb that deals damage and simultaneously reduces target's energy. That's also really strong. Even potentially for PvP. Then Transmog. Yeah, I think this is why it's good for maybe even stages. Pippa deals damage to an enemy with the highest attack rating, simultaneously transforming them into an acorn, which is incapable of attacking for 5 seconds. That's really strong, even for PvP and AFK stages. Pippa has a 25% chance of failing to correctly cast a spell. If Pippa fails, the spell's effect shall be cast upon herself. So she has all of this like high risk, high return. The problem with this for AFK stages is like you already know you need so much good RNG to like copy an AFK stage record sometimes, and like if Pippa is also going to be RNG on top of all of that, it's going to make it even more tries you'll need to do. But Pippa teleports the closest enemy target onto the head of the next closest enemy, temporarily stunning them and dealing damage, kind of like Kulu's bomb, right? Her gulp, the bomb which devours them. Any enemies within range will become stunned for 3 seconds. Pippa has a chance of failure, 90% chance of failure on the first cast. If Pippa fails, her closest frontline ally is teleported onto the head of the farthest enemy target, but her ally shall not be. Yeah, I mean, all of this randomness in her kit is interesting, but also I can see how that can be annoying really fast. 25% chance to fire a blue magic orb that deals damage and reduces target's haste. Pippa gains 100 dodge points when she's in transform state. Pippa cannot fail to cast his skill when she's positioned at the center of the back line. Okay, that's good. So then basically it's going to take the RNG out of it. Imitates level 3 effects of either Namora or Tasi's ultimate. Pippa has a 25% chance to fire a green magic orb that deals damage to his target, of which 100% of the damage is converted to Pippa's health. Gains 200 dodge points. Any enemies within range of stun for 4 seconds. Okay, interesting. And then you have chance to fail a spell is reduced by 10%. Enhance the skill Astral Shift. Any enemies within range of stun for 5 seconds. 5 seconds? That's a lot of crowd control. And then what you have here, Pippa's teleport ally is immune to all damage for 6 seconds after being teleported. After using the skill transfer a total of 2 times, Pippa will no longer fail to cast the spell, and it will now target the 2 enemies with the highest attack ratings. So really, you know, I'm thinking for AFK stages, there's potential for Pippa with all the crowd control she has. She has a good duration of stuns. She has some damage immunity for your own allies. She can turn the enemies into a transmogrified, basically acorn that can't do anything. So AFK stages, even PvP looking potential here. 80 energy points every time another hero uses their ultimate, and their attack rate is permanently increased by 10% each time. Permanent attack rate increases can stack up to 12 times. So up to 120% bonus attack. Pippa continues to imitate the ultimate skill which she imitated the first time throughout battle, simultaneously improving its effects, while imitating Namora covers the excess portion of its healing effects. So she's going to even be an enhanced version of other heroes. Like, I mean, Pippa I'm really excited for. I think that this is the hero that could be meta in AFK Journey, because like I said, I do believe it was pretty meta in AFK Arena. Solise, I don't know. I'm not too convinced about Solise. For some reason, I'm just not as much of a fan of summoners, and like she is basically in the summoner category, and Pippa has a lot of crowd control, a lot of utility for her team. I'm really liking Pippa. I think that she has a lot of potential, probably one of the heroes I'm looking forward to the most as of right now. For the upcoming season. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts about all of this in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the new Tower of Memory Season 6? And let me know if there's anything you thought I missed in the trailer that you would like to point out. But thank you guys all so much for watching. That's going to be it for this video. And if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Firelight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment. And you can actually bookmark this link in your browser. And whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.